2, 1, it's counting down. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to this edition of Poetic License. You guys are triple plus awesome. Thank you for coming by. John was watching a Steelers game, so I've got a Yingling glass that we got in Pennsylvania, and so I've got that for my water and tea. But we're not even watching the game because apparently there's a horrendous rain delay and they're having problems, but not like you guys know. Anyway, hi. Thank you guys for coming by. I feel like I'm hyper. I've been just running around like mad. And I've been doing so many books lately. Books for other people. I usually don't show off the books, but Drew Marshall, who has had a number of individual little books as well as a collection book, has just released Silence in Motion. He comes up with the artwork for these, and he's like, I want a bike going down the street. And I was like, okay, if you say so, this is what you wanted for a book. And when John, my husband, looked at it, he was like, I can feel the wind from riding my bike when I see it. And I'm like, okay, that's an effective thing. I'm glad it worked for him, and I hope it works for him and all poets or whatever. But this is his latest new book. I'm not gonna go on and on about it. But anywho, I've also done a stack of other books this month because it's the end of the year and I've been releasing books like mad. And so in this installation, I'm going to read from you. I might butt in and read something from a different book in between people or something just to get more things from different books out for this month from you guys. But per usual, whenever I do my first reading, I will read from the most recent issue of cc&d magazine, and they come from Writings Within. There was something in there that called Lyrebirds and Weaverbirds, and somebody had something about blackbirds. So I have this compilation of this little bird outhouse in here called Blackbirds, Lyrebirds, Weaverbirds, and that is the title for the December 2023 issue of cc&d magazine. There are all sorts of different poems in here. There might be performance art. I don't know if, I'm going to give you a couple of poems in here that are from performance art shows, and they're not, oddly enough, going to be about women's issue stuff. The first ones I'm going to read are all poems that came from originally a feature about my mother when she was sick, and dealing with her as she was having lots of treatment and getting ready to eventually die. Blood cancer is just the best, isn't it, kids? So these are 3 poems from this that I thought I would like to share with you. The first one is entitled Reduced to Now. I make phone calls because now that my mom is dying and so far away, this is what it's reduced to now. I call and Dad answers because Mom can't talk, and now she has to take pills, you see, but pills to keep her functioning as long as she can before the cancer in her blood does her in. And the potassium pills are so large that they upset her stomach to swallow them. A pill apparently went down sideways, injuring her throat. So now she's been unable to eat for over a week. Now they give her a liquid to slosh around in her mouth to make her numb so that she can take her medication. Not eat, but take her medication. And this is what it's reduced to now, hearing bit by bit of her deterioration. Not that it matters to her, but just so you know, it's killing us too. This was originally done at, I'm not going to dwell because it's kind of sad. Hi, I see new people coming, hello. It was originally done in Hyde Park at a show called Journeys, and there's a couple shots from it in there, although I think I can try to show it to you on a bigger screen, so why not? I'll just show you one of them. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, well, John was playing music, so that's why he's there with the guitar, my husband. And I will add you to the list shortly, too, but I'm going to finish my first reading first. Hi there. This second poem, which was the one that I just had open for you guys, was called It Hurts in the Bones. This is a 2015 edit of that poem. I didn't realize how much pain she was in. She looked like her neck hurt, her back hurt. So I'd ask her if I could rub her neck or back. And she'd say, no, And then she'd say, that wouldn't help. That it hurts down in her bones. And we read this is one of the stages of this disease. And I don't know what it feels like to hurt in your bones. Something deeper than deep muscle pain. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine what it feels like. I think my mom wouldn't let on about how much pain she was in. When the doctors told Mom she had 6 months to a year with this disease, I said to Mom, your father, my grandfather, had cancer. He had doctors then said that he had 6 months to live. And how long did he live? And Mom replied, 6 years. So I said, we Bakutas have a strong folk, and she would be okay if she fights. But I think Mom remembered the agony of the last days, weeks of her father's life. And I think Mom was just in so much pain that she made a decision right then and there that she didn't want that pain deep down in her bones anymore, and decided to let her enemy win. We keep saying to people that it's better if she's not suffering anymore. It's killing us inside. But we don't want her to feel that pain anymore. And we keep telling everyone that this is for the best. I will quietly show another photo just to try to, thank you very much. I'll try to quietly show another photo from that original show just because that stops me from breaking down about it. In this show from Journeys, I did do a piece that was a tribute to my mom, and it was also read, hey, I think Tom might have heard this because it was at the book reading on February 1st, 2017 at Half Price Books. At the book reading there, and I'm seeing the photos from it in the middle. Do you remember these shots of? I mean, you probably snapped these shots, or they're video stills, or something. So, and I've got color shots of them on this screen as well, but I'm going to share this one, and it's a little bit better. It's not just a sad. This was why I put this one at the end for the 3. This one is called Old School and High Tech Monuments. People stop to tell me that they are sorry about my mom. One woman hugged me and said, they always take the good ones. Because you'd think she'd gone through enough in her life for crimes she didn't commit. So, yeah. They always take the good ones. It is unfair. It's completely wrong. Someone has to be held accountable. She was one of the good ones, and I hate you for taking her this way. I don't know who you are, you who leaves me here to write until my fountain pen runs dry. It becomes a mantra. Record her stories, record her praises. I will sit at my computer, slam my hands, my fingers against that keyboard because there has to be a record. I'll share the stories, and I'll write volumes, book after book, with traces of her that will infiltrate libraries and online bookstores. I'll stand at every mountain peak, sing her praises. I'll give people copies of these words because, as I said, there has to be a record. And when the pens are gone, I'll prick my skin, spill my blood into words onto pages. This is what these words mean. When my computer is obsolete, when the internet is dead, I'll ram mallet into stone to chisel these words, create monuments to you. You want to see a record? Just know that civilizations eons from now will see these testaments from salvaged libraries and carved from stone and live for these words. Trust me. We live in a world where everything speeds by at 6-second increments. The world says our youth have attention deficit disorder because we cram a billion things down their throats instantaneously with every groundbreaking gadget to get all that info in so much faster. So, wait a minute. So why worry so much about the word when sometimes the message brings the meaning? Then fine, let's go high tech. I'll start with a haiku. Let's see if this one to be a record. Her existence makes trees take root, flowers bloom. So, nature's beautiful. Ta-da. Things are beautiful when you speak truth. And hey, that could be a Twitter length post too. I'll post these writings on web pages, make them free downloadable PDF files, post them on Facebook. I'll go old school and print them in magazines and collection books too. I will use every resource at my disposal to blanket this planet with these words. Because, as I said, there has to be a record when life that beautiful comes and goes. The world needs to stand up at attention and pay their respects. Thank you. I needed something a little bit more chipper for my ending one for that one. And yes, Tom, here you go. Nice color shot for you. Did you shoot that or is that a video still? I have no idea. But I was still, yeah, my idiot grin. I'm reading for you people. I have no idea why my hands are in the air for this one, but they are. Hey, they're raising the roof at Half Race Books. I have no idea what that was from. But anywho, these were from live readings from that one. I'm gonna let that one go for you. And maybe I'll sneak in a poem from another book in the middle of round robins, and I will add my darling, what name would you, I should unmute yourself and you tell me what name you want to be called as soon as I can find my pen so I can add you to the...
Spirit Tom today.
Oh, I wasn't talking to Spirit Tom, I'm talking to the new fellow that came that I don't have on the list.
Right.
What name would you like to be referred to so that I don't screw it up whenever you come up?
It's called Rawl.
Rawl? Perfect.
Rawl.
Okay, I'm seeing a lot of name on there. I just want to make sure that I had it right. So thank you, Rawl. And as I said, I will go through the list for you guys. It's John McMullen, then Tom, then Richard Bryan, and then Rawl. I'm losing my breath because I'm trying to talk so fast and get so much in for everybody. Anywho, so I will say the next person up and the poet on deck after that so that they're prepared for who's up. Of course, we all know that John F. McMullen will be the first. Thank you so much for hosting this Zoom meeting. You are triple plus awesome. And then Spirit Tom, Between Worlds Tom, the world poet Tom will be following after him. So John, are you ready to share poetry with us, my darling?